What's good, y'all? And welcome back to the channel. So guys, I got a quick story time for you guys. Something that actually happened recently, right? So this happened 2 nights ago. I was out on, I believe it was Canal Street in Manhattan. And I went out to get a burger and a milkshake. I'd gotten a chocolate milkshake, and I had also ordered a double, what they call a double black burger. So I ordered those things, I ordered those items, and I'm sitting at the table that they have in front of the windows, and I see nothing but this lady fly from the sidewalk to not the middle of the street, but like right below the sidewalk and right by the or right into the street. So she didn't really fly very far. You know, it's late night, it's 12 a.m. going on 1, and I'm thinking that maybe, you know, she was a little tipsy, she was a little drunk and whatnot, and she lost her footing and she fell over. So I see that and I'm like, oh, dang, it's unfortunate that she fell like that. Then I see the shop owner, or I'm guessing that's the shop owner, either the shop owner or someone that just works there, out of Black Burger, right? And he was talking about oh, this man pushed her, and I'm like, who? What are you talking about? Someone pushed her? Because I didn't see that. And he was like, yeah, he went that way. He was wearing a suit. He was wearing a suit. He went that way, right? And I'm taken aback. Like, someone actually did push her, and I'm hearing it from, you know, multiple accounts. This big guy that was working construction, he was wearing a blue sweater, and he came and he ordered before me. So he also said that, yeah, someone pushed her wearing a suit and he went that way. So at this time, I have all my YouTube equipment out, right? I have my camera out, I have my tripod out, I have my phone out, I have my earbuds out, I have everything out, my mic, and the other piece that attaches to the mic. And then I'm like, yo, somebody needs to step up and like actually do something, because this is a time where there's a decent amount of people around and nobody is stepping up, at least that I'm seeing. So I'm like, where'd he go? To the guy that works there, right? I'm like, where'd he go? What direction did he go? And he said, oh, don't worry about it. And I tell him, I'm like, how am I not supposed to worry about it? Like, I'm in an area where this actually happened. So somebody needs to step up and like man up. And obviously this guy thinks that it's okay to like put his hand on a woman. So fast forward to everything that happened, right? I put all my stuff away. I leave it sitting there in the same duffel bag. I put everything back into the bag, and I go outside and I turn to the right, and I already see the big dude going in the right side direction, chasing after this dude. And I'm right behind him to see where this dude went, and we both talking to him. Now, I wasn't sure if the big dude was gonna pop on him first, but I wasn't gonna hit him. I didn't hit him, and it's a good thing I didn't, because I'm not trying to like get in trouble or anything like that. But just to check what kind of timing he was actually on, right? Because obviously it was 12 a.m. I guess he thought nobody was going to be around to do anything. Oh yeah, he was wrong, because from the outside looking in, I guess he thought people wasn't going to do anything. But we came up to him and we're like, you hitting on girls, you hitting on women, you pushing them into the street. And this guy talking about some, oh, you don't know our history, you don't know what we've been through, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the third. And I replied to him by saying, so that makes it okay for you to put your hands on her? And that makes it okay for you to push her into the street? Despite what happened, I don't care what happened. I don't care about what sob story you want to come with. But that's not an excuse for you to go ahead and put your hands on her. Like, if she was hitting you, like, you could have held her, you could have did something else, you could have did literally anything else, but pushing her into the street or putting your hands on her in like a crazy violent way with what you did. So yeah, for me personally, I didn't understand that, like what kind of story he tried to come to us with. And I'm glad there was actually like instead of somebody just pretending like they're something that they're not and trying to act like they're about something when they're not, the other dude actually stood up for what was right, despite me not knowing this lady and not knowing who this lady was that got pushed in the street. But it doesn't take like having to know somebody to stand up for what you believe in at all. Because I see a young lady that just got pushed into the street, and it seems like it was unprovoked from my point of view. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? As a young man, like standing up for what's right, like, I don't know. Just imagine if that was, I don't know, his sister, his mother, his aunt, his cousin, or his family member that got pushed, or his daughter that got pushed into the street, and he saw that. I wonder how he would feel about that. Or from the outside looking in, you probably thought that it wouldn't matter because we don't know the person. If she got pushed in the street, it don't matter, right? Because what, you think just because she's a stranger to us that we're not gonna care? That we see something wrong happen and we're not gonna step in because we believe it's like, especially as a guy, like to stand up for what's right? This brings me to another point that I want to touch on as well. In the year of 2025, bro, masculinity is dying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, standing up for what you believe in, like being the odd one out, being the black sheep of the group, you know, going your own path, going your own way, and it's not worrying about naysayers, not caring what anybody else thinks. Like, bro, that's going out of style quick, like year by year. The dudes are turning into something that they're not, and bro, all in all, masculinity is dying. Now more than ever, I believe there's low T everywhere, and people just standing around like stuff don't affect them. Like, it doesn't have a ripple effect. And instead of taking action, people just want to bend to the will of everybody and make everyone else happy. People that don't really care about them at all. Like, I can't even tell you how many dudes was there, and me and the older gentleman was the only one that stepped up. The only ones to like even be like, yo, I seen you touch her this way. Go ahead and hit me that same way. Put your hands on me that same way. Sad, bro. It's very sad. You got all these people out here showing all this pseudo masculinity and acting like they're tough when they're not, or acting like they're like all this and they're not. But when worse comes to worse, and things like really hit the fan and like real events happen, either they freeze up, they don't act, they act like it don't bother them, they afraid to step up. And then even when I was walking back, the first dude that pressed him, and by the way, by the time I came back to the Black Burger spot, my milkshake was ready and I enjoyed it, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good shake. But getting back to that nonsense incident, right? The construction dude, the big construction dude, when I was walking back inside, he was like, he's real apologetic now, right? And I was like, oh yeah, for sure, because he sees now that there's consequences to his actions. And obviously he wasn't around people to tell him that, or tell him that enough. And you know, he really was like thinking that there wasn't any consequence to his actions, to an action like that, what he did on such a level. Now, I understand people get mad and upset and pissed, but to like put your hands on somebody that probably, for all we know, probably didn't even deserve anything, or probably on the other hand, probably did get him upset or whatever she did, but it still doesn't warrant a man to like put their hands on a female. You know what I mean? To like violently use excessive force. For what? What are you trying to achieve? By the way, it's been a while since I uploaded on this channel, so I'm gonna go back to be like putting out more videos on this channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed, like the video, subscribe, and we got more content coming soon. I love y'all, and peace. And don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. I don't care who the naysayers are, I don't care what they think, but obviously, like, I can't even begin to tell y'all again, like, how many people or how many guys might have been around, but they neglected to do anything to even like check the dude, be like, yo, like, what's wrong with you, or what are you doing, you know? But hey, nowadays this kind of world we live in, where it's like, I guess this is what they wanted guys to be now. But all in all, we still need masculinity in the world, so peace.